Squad, welcome back to my channel, KrissyBVlogs. I am changing my channel name and I have decided on the life of Krissy B. I think it will just fit my channel the best, especially long term, because this channel isn't always going to be just weight loss, you know what I mean? Or at least that's my hope. Like, I'll get down to a weight that I feel comfortable at. And disclaimer, y'all, I don't know if I said this before, my goal is not to be thin. I don't want to be skinny. I don't care about all that. If it happens, it happens. My goal is to get to a place where my body feels good and where I feel healthy, which is probably going to be at least another 100 pounds. You know what I mean? So, without further ado, we are going to talk about this week's weigh-in. So I told y'all in my last video, I believe, which was weigh-in 19, this is weigh-in 20 or weigh-in week 20, that I am doing like a carb keto rotation. So to the best of my ability, 5 days a week are keto, 2 days a week are carbs. So on my carb days, I have one day that's more like a cheat day, but still maintaining like decent portions, decent calories. And then the other carb day is sometimes it's the same, but then I try to eat a little bit healthier. It just kind of depends on what I'm craving. I use those days to kind of fill my cravings and not go nuts on keto. Keto's hard for me. I still am doing pretty good. I don't feel like I'm losing my mind as far as like I need to binge, especially like on my refeed days, my re-carb up days, carb loading days, whatever you want to call them. I don't feel like I need to binge, but I definitely, by the end of like day 4, day 5 on keto, I'm like, man, I need some coffee. I need a slice of bread. I want some Taco Bell or, you know, just that kind of stuff. So things have been going pretty good. I have had basically steady weight loss for most weeks out of the last 20 weeks, so the last few months. And then this week, even though I basically did the same thing I did the last couple of weeks where I lost over 2 pounds both weeks, it's like my body didn't want to lose weight this week. I don't know if it's not like a full plateau, but it felt kind of like a plateau with how things just didn't want to move forward. I'm hoping my next weigh-in I'll see a bigger drop, but I did lose some weight this week, so I'm proud of that. Actually, I'm just going to go ahead and insert my weigh-in clip here. So I hope you guys enjoyed that weigh-in. As always, I try to keep them weekly. And this weigh-in, I weighed 303.7. Last week I weighed, I think it was 303 or 304.4 or 304.3. So I didn't quite lose a pound, but I still went down. So I'm happy about that. I'm hoping it was just kind of a plateau and that my rotation schedule is going to continue working for me like it had the previous 2 weeks. But I mean, we'll see. And if it doesn't work, then I'll just have to modify and figure something else out. I feel like for the most part, I'm feeling pretty motivated to keep pushing forward. I really wanted to start working out more, and I've talked about that quite a few times. I just have a hard time. Like, going to the gym isn't really feasible for me. Sorry, my hair is like bugging me. But going to the gym really isn't feasible for me because my son, I'm a stay-at-home mom, and I watch a couple of kids on the side for some extra income and just because, you know, I enjoy kids. But my son has always been with me, and the only time he's ever with anybody else is on Mondays. And Mondays is like, if I have an appointment or something like that, then my niece will watch him. And he doesn't even like that. So when I took him to daycare, when I do take him to daycare at the gym, he freaks out so much and for so long that they have to come get me. So every time in the middle of my workout, they come and they get me, and I got like maybe 15 minutes into it. And so it's just not worth it to me right now to go to the gym. I'm going to continue trying. We just started going to a new church and he's doing well. Well, the one time we went, he did well in that daycare setting. So maybe he's starting to grow out of it, but that's kind of where I am for that. Anyways, without all my excuses in the way, what I am doing is just some workout at home. I walk every single day and I'm doing some physical therapy exercises. I also have a couple other stretch/exercises that I've gotten from my chiropractor. But recently I went out and splurged a little bit, spent a little moolah on myself, actually on two things related to diet and exercise. But the exercise one is DDR. I don't know if y'all know what DDR is, but it's Dance Dance Revolution. I've always loved Dance Dance Revolution, so I decided that would be a good way to get me up off my butt, working out for at least a half hour a day, and then I could still go on my walk and still do physical therapy, things like that. But I definitely want to kick up my exercise just to kick up my endurance. I have a lot of things that I want to do, and until I build up the endurance and lose a little bit of weight, I'm not going to be able to do them comfortably. And that's my goal. I love hiking, I love camping, I love swimming, and some of those things I can do now. But like hiking for sure, so much more enjoyable when you're a little bit more physically fit. So that's my goal. I might record some clips of the DDR. Disclaimer, it's not going to be pretty. I will be a sweaty, bouncing mess of a human being. But I don't know, at this point, I'm just trying to push past some barriers, and as much as there's a body positivity community out there, I think there are still a lot of us that struggle to even fit into that community. And it's not because we don't want to be body positive, it's just that it's so hard. We have lived in a society that has shamed us, and we carry that shame. And it wasn't just society that shamed me, it was my family. Like, I didn't have a family that supported me as the person I was. And I understand to a degree, like, you want your kids to be healthy. But my family started shaming me when I was still perfectly healthy. I was just a little chunky. So, yeah, I carry that shame with me, and I'm trying to break through some of those boundaries and barriers for myself. And in no way does this reflect how I feel about other people. I think all bodies, shapes, sizes are beautiful. I also think there's a big difference in aesthetics or beauty and then health. You can be big and you can be gorgeous. Tess Holliday is big and she is gorgeous. There are several people, I just named her because she's probably one of the most well-known, I say actually plus size models, because there are some plus size models that I look at them and I'm like, I mean, I guess you're plus size, but that's not plus size to me, just because of my shape and the way I've lived life. Like, if I had their shape, I'd be like, oh, I'm thin. Like, I don't know. But anyways, I think there's a big difference between aesthetics, beauty, and then health. I'm working on continuing to feel beautiful about myself. Yeah. To feel like I'm beautiful and to feel like I'm valuable, because I know that I am regardless of my weight. But I'm also working on dropping some weight because I know this will piss some people off. Regardless of how you feel, carrying an extraordinary amount of weight, having more than 150 plus pounds of extra weight is not sustainable for a lifetime. I'm not going to say that every 300-pound person is going to die before they reach 70 years old. I don't think that's true. However, I do think there is something to say for not being extremely morbidly obese. And I've talked about this before. And to me, that has nothing to do with beauty. That has nothing to do with value. You can be 400 pounds, you can be beautiful. You can be 400 pounds, you can be valuable. Like, I agree with that 100%. But I do think there's a point where weight does start impacting your health. And I guess it's not really an opinion, it's science. So That's how I feel about that, and that's why I am on my weight loss journey. I want to feel better. I'm already feeling better, and I haven't lost a ton of weight, you guys. Like, I always have to remind myself that every little baby step is important, and as long as I'm maintaining and continuing to lose, it's better than dropping a bunch of weight all at once and then gaining it all back. So like, I keep reminding myself the whole butter thing. Like, I've lost a little over 20 pounds, and if I put over 20 pounds of butter in front of me, like, that's a big amount, right? Like, I'm losing all that fat, and so I think it's positive. My mood is a lot better than it was. I think I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about this because I think it's important. After I had my first child, I don't really feel like I was full-blown postpartum depression, but I got horrible postpartum anxiety, and it's just as bad as postpartum depression. I think I had a little bit of sadness. I don't want to really call it depression because I didn't feel like it was full-blown depression, but that was just kind of mixed with my anxiety. And I don't know, you guys, I was just in such a slump. Like, I was happy to have my family, and I loved my precious little newborn baby, and I took care of him, and I did the things that I needed to do, but there were a lot of things that I was slacking on, and I just couldn't bring myself to do on a regular basis, things that I should have been doing. And I didn't care to take care of me, and I just fell deeper and deeper and deeper in that. And I don't know, one day I just decided I needed to talk to a nutritionist, talk to my doctor, talk to a psychotherapist, talk to whoever, and pull myself out of the slump. And since talking to those people and working on things and pushing forward with my physical health and my mental health and weight loss and coming to YouTube and sharing my journey, it's all helped me stay really motivated to move forward, even if it's inch by inch or centimeter by centimeter. And it's also like my progress and the help that I've gotten and my community is super positive for the most part. It's just really helped me stay positive and continue to work on improving myself, not only for me, but to be an example to other people that are struggling and feel like they can't do it, and to be an example to my family, and to be able to live a long, healthy life with my son and with my niece and with my fiance. And yeah, like, that's my goal. And I'm a little bit scatterbrained. Today is a carb day, and I was really craving coffee, so I got this little venti iced white chocolate mocha. Super good, super not good for you, but today is a carb day, so I do get some splurges, and I feel okay about that. I think that's the other thing too that's so important, is when bigger people go on diets, it's like you can never, when you're dieting until you're skinny, you can never have the food you like again. And I think that sets so many of us up for failure. Obviously, you can't have them all the time, and you can't have them in excess, but you can still have them. I've had some junk food that I like, probably a couple of things every single week. Sorry, I'm shaking a thing. I'm like, yeah, it's really important. But I've had something every single week, and I think it's important that you do that. Otherwise, you're going to go nuts, and it's not going to be sustainable. I haven't met very many overweight people that have been able to lose weight and sustain that weight loss by completely depriving themselves of everything that they like. Yeah, I guess that is all, you guys. Yeah, I hope you guys are having a fabulous weekend and an upcoming fabulous week. I hope you guys are reaching your goals and you're improving your life in whatever way you want to improve it, whether it be mental health or physical health or just relationships or career goals or school goals, like whatever you guys have going on. I hope you guys are successful. And yeah, I'll chat with you guys later. Bye, B Squad.